Have you ever wondered, is there any real life use in the calculus that we have learned? Well, in this video, we are going to talk about the application of derivative. What is a derivative, you might ask? A derivative is a function which gives the slope of a curve, that is, the slope of line tangent, to a function. It is usually interpreted as dy over dx. But that can sound a bit too confusing, right? Let's give an example so that we can visualize the following definition. In our case, we'll use it from a business perspective. Meet Ahmad. He is an aspiring entrepreneur that has passion in bakery. To be more exact, he is more a specialist on making cookies. He loves his cookies and very much confident that he could go big someday if he sells his cookies. In the early days of his business, he started selling a jar of cookies for 20 ringgit. Apparently, his cookies went viral all over the social media because of how good it is. Therefore, his sales had a massive exposure in the public. Thanks to that, his sales had an explosive increase in a short amount of time. Over a few weeks, Ahmad saw a huge increase in his cookie jar sales, from 1 jar sold to 2 to 4 to 8, and the number increased to an amount unimaginable by Ahmad himself. Keep in mind that a jar of cookie costs 20 ringgit, and that would mean the more cookies are sold, the more money will be earned. He must be over the moon considering that his sales have been boosted by social media.
But things do take a turn, as after a while, Ahmad realized that the revenue is decreasing despite selling tons of cookies. In his company's report, the growth shown in the graph did impress him, but where did his earnings go? Could it be that a staff of his is stealing money? Or could it be something reminiscent of money heists? Those answers are well wrong. It could be that Ahmad was not considering other factors. In his case, it could be that the materials, let's say the sugar used to make the cookies, was imported from another country. That one trip is costly, especially in the long run. That means the more cookies are ordered, the more it would cost to make. This would totally impact Ahmad's financials in the long run. As we can see here, from the sales report, it is proven that the higher volumes have totally impacted the company's bank balance. As mentioned earlier, derivatives, defined as dy dx, is a function which gives the slope of a curve, that is, the slope of the line tangent to a function. The following slope gives you an idea of the marginal cost of producing additional cookies. The values on the x-axis define the units produced, and on the values on the y-axis shows the profit gain. Doesn't look that nice, no? As an example, over here we have the function to calculate costs noted as Cx. So Cx equals to 12,500 plus 25x plus 0.75x squared plus 0.0080x cubed, where x is the number of cookie jars made and Cx being the cost to produce x amount of cookie jars. If Ahmad, for example, wants to calculate the amount of producing the 200th jar of cookies, he can't just simply replace x with 200, as that is the cost to produce 200 jars of cookies, not the 200th jar. Ahmad would want to compare the marginal cost between producing the 200th and the 300th in order to figure out how much cookies should be produced in order to gain more revenue. Therefore, the function Cx should be derived and calculated to find the values of the derivative. Minus 10 minus 0.02x plus 0.0006x squared. In order to produce 200th jar of cookie, it would cost approximately 10 ringgit, which is 10 ringgit off the selling price to customers. Hence, it would return a tiny profit for Ahmad. On the other hand, to produce the 300th jar, it will cost 38 ringgit, which is 18 ringgit higher than the price you're selling.
In that case, Ahmad is not gaining money. In fact, he is losing money. Now that Ahmad realized that the more cookies are produced, the greater marginal cost for him to produce it. With accumulated data, Ahmad is now be able to evaluate possible revenues and losses made by the productions of the cookies. As I mentioned earlier, derivative, a function which gives the slope of a curve, that is the slope of a line tangent to a function. Not only Ahmad will be able to monitor the current status of his business, on top of that, he'll be able to decide whether he will want to ramp up the production of cookies by sourcing production materials at the bulk, reducing the cost per cookie jar. All in all, it's all good wishes for Ahmad as he pursues his dreams of becoming the most beloved cookie maker in Malaysia.